And how tough is that result to take after doing so well for such long periods of the game, particularly from where you're watching today as well?
Yeah, we did well containing them with that side of the game, not as well in advance, in attack, on turnover, transition. That was a bit of frustration because you've got to play both parts of the game. To concede to, I think it was their first shot on target after so long, was pleasing, like I say, from the defensive side of the game, the organisation, the tactical understanding, the delivery of that. But the transitions of the game are massive, and we didn't deal with it. We gave the ball away so many times in good positions, won the ball in good areas, and then getting to the final third, don't have that same kind of conviction. But that's why they're a top side, of course. They do both sides of the game, they do it very well. And if they're not doing it very well, they bring 5 players on who can do it as well as the ones that are on there. So that's sometimes the challenge you've got.
Is that tricky for you from an attacking perspective, that because City have so much more of the ball in the game, when you do get those opportunities, it's hard to stay switched on and stay fluid in those moments?
Yeah, but that's the key to it. And I think that's why they've become such a top side over the years. I think Pep's not naive to just playing good football. I think I've always said that about him. The biggest thing for me is the transition point of view, the way he's got the team to activate quickly. They see it quickly. They see the defensive responsibility quickly. And I think they've got clever players in that respect. Everyone thinks it's just about the play. It's not. They see the game quickly, they activate quickly. So I've been speaking to the players since I got to this football club. Not about Man City, by the way, but about my belief in the growth of a team. But it's difficult against these. So make no mistake, they're a top side with a reason. They're in great form for a reason too.
You mentioned already, from a defensive perspective, restricting City to such few chances until late on in the game was so good, and the back four of yours were working so well. Godfrey had to come off. How much did that affect things in the game, do you think? Well,
I think I'm putting a very experienced player in Seamus, and our club captain, of course, and team captain when he's fit and he's playing. Yeah, I agree. I thought the defensive side of the game was very good. Andres Gana working hard with Jimmy in midfield, shutting down and keeping their midfield quiet because they've got some very talented players. Jack working without the ball very well for us, the centre halves who have been in good form. So I was pleased at that side of things. But you've got to bring something to the game. And even, the second goal, it's such a cheap goal, a cheap moment to give it away, give it away from a very good position. And they activate even on that and transition. And once you're 2-0 down, it's difficult. You're wondering when you're 1-0 down, can you take it down the line? Can you find that moment? We didn't today. But a lot of things right about the performance. And with all due respect, you're not playing these every week because they are a top side. And they're showing that once again this season.
Yeah, it's 7 Premier League games now without a win. And we talked before the match about there being some really good draws in that run. But when you add another defeat in there, does that run start to look a bit worrying to you?
I don't think my noise changed when we had 4 wins on the trot. I think I was still staying just about there. No different to me. It's a season's work, more so this season. With all the noise about 10 points and all that, we'll see if that changes. But the commitment of the side is very good. The way that the player's attitude towards it is very good. Like I said, you're not playing these every week. It's nothing against every other Premier League side because you've got to be a good side to be in the Premier League. But these are the top, I think. They're a top side for how they go about it. They've got a top manager who knows the ugly side of the game, not just the beautiful side of the game. And that makes them a very tough task when you're playing against them.
It's Crystal Palace next, Sean. If there's a team that you're going to try and drag in to that relegation battle, it could be them that you're looking at. How big does that game feel now?
We're not trying to drag anyone else anywhere else. We're just concentrating on ourselves and staying focused on our challenge this season.
Is it a must-win, though?
Oh, really? They told me after one game this season it was a must-win. So, yeah, I've heard that a million times too. I'm not interested in all that. Just staying focused on the job in hand.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you.